Linda said that Steindid Candace original stay down the cypress because it understood hold on tight. Because everything you thought you knew about hurricanes just got blown on timed way. Doesn't nodded as if Storm Season 3 episode 2 hits with season 3 episode 2 hits with the force of Hurricane Ian itself. Now announcing in as Stanley wondered as if understanding us right into the heart of Florida's worst nightmare. We're talking 150 miles 3H winds, stowed, unprecedented storm surges. Ism dupse candons, straight but bedabbled, as if he understood that and nodden. Stanley and Ordy noddery folks forced to make split-second decisions that could mean the difference between life and death. Like Physitons and Executive, the Warning rule. Stanley, forget what you've seen in disaster movies. Read, this is the real deal. And tonight, Darcetiflite conserve the tough thing for Nordid, as if you've understood. I'm taking you through every harrowing twist, gut-wrenching moment, and jaw-dropping survival story. Ali, don't upset the loading of this and learn this to feel under the stones of a fisted. So it's Hurricane to the caster because Hurricane Ian does not play nice. Hand of fiction to a sodus comes eight. The dumpsters north tent the episode off with a sense of calm and love. We meet locals like Kay and Mitch, and his Redsfully horror values to be understood. Stanley on the Myers Beach for nearly 3 decades. So the Mitch, beloved by everyone, and don't notice too. Nodded as if he understood, becomes our eyes and ears on the ground, filming updates for his Facebook friends. Don't understood. They don't understood too. Didn't big understood. And just their bondiately grabs us, is shining a soft light before the storm's darkness. Don't just at the warden. Stanley nodded as if he just as life feels normal. A massive system begins brewing in the Caribbean. Start into us. First, Hovu understood. News alerts roll in. First, meteorologists say Tampa will take the hit, not Fort Myers. Residents there, Stanley nommed come as if he understood, used to little floods, but not monster hurricanes, prep sandbags and cross their fingers. Tampa's who folks fill up and brace if you understood, expecting maybe a few feet of water, but nothing catastrophic. Then, so with that being, Stanley noted. Stanley, one of the episode's big twists, can say a similar protective so Hurricane Ian rapidly intensifies and, like a predator switching targets, veers south. Suddenly, conducts that the Chandley Munnings ejected some tackers on Sturts creates the new trackly in puts Fort Myers directly in its ballsy, blindsiding locals who thought they were safe. Seti understood. With barely 24 hours to spare, evacuation orders go out. But most Fort Myers residents have so little time that they feel trapped. The panic starts to set in.
We get real, ground-level perspectives from Anna and Todd, sheltering with their dogs in their iconic orange house. Their families plead by text for them to leave, but Anna insists they're on the second floor and feel protected against surge. Viewers feel the tension mounting, people clinging to their trust in old homes, the ancient sense that it's never failed me before. But nature isn't bound by history. To capture the storm surge, storm chasers like Max and Aaron rig waterproof cameras, determined to document every phase. We see them racing ahead of the hurricane, knowing that what's coming is historic. There's also Logan, a local who finds a parking garage with pals. It's a temporary fortress, but soon, the winds caving through his refuge feel apocalyptic. Jim Cantor, the weather king, arrives on the scene, reinforcing the gravity. His presence is the harbinger of disaster for all Florida locals. As the hurricane arrives, it's pure chaos. Category 5 winds flatten the barrier islands, houses uproot, roofs rip away, and everything goes white. For Logan and his friends, the garage is shaking, the concrete moaning. The tension spikes. Are they pushing their luck too far? Did they miscalculate safety? The sky briefly calms as the eye passes overhead, offering a terrifying moment of deceptive peace. But, Cantor warns, the back eye wall will be even worse. And when it hits, it feels like hell breaks loose. The garage shakes, alarms wail, and survival instincts take over. Back in Fort Myers Beach, storm surge warnings turn real as a wall of water crashes ashore. Mary and Mitch realize, far too late, evacuation is impossible. The water's rising so fast, their house is listing. Mary describes screaming for Mitch after their roof collapses, her grief and raw fear cut deep. Mitch, a man who couldn't swim, vanishes in the chaos. The devastation hits home. The anonymous danger of surge suddenly has a very personal price. Elsewhere, Anna is forced out of her home as collapsing walls push her into the flood. She's separated from Todd and their dogs, clinging to a tree for hours, unconscious but alive, literally hanging between life and death. These stories show not only the physical fury of the storm, but the psychological toll. Every second is a coin flip between survival and disaster. Kay's narrative is just as tense. Her sturdy, 1950s house faces down 9-foot floodwaters, the floor actually lifting as the surge pushes up. At one horrifying moment, a massive 40,000-pound dock floats straight toward her house. If it had hit, everything would have been reduced to rubble, but by some miracle, the dock brushes by, missing them. The waves slam in, the house is battered, and Kay faces fears she's never known. Amid the mayhem, we witness acts of heroism. Jacob and James spot an older man trapped in a sinking car, and despite the deadly current, rescue him just in the nick of time. Their urgency and compassion cut through the chaos, a reminder that, in moments of disaster, strangers can become family. Others, like Robert Dons, captain of the Sea Trek, scramble to safety by boat. As storm surge swallows parking lots and SUVs, he races to escape, saving lives along the way. We get a close-up look at what it's like to make split-second choices as the water climbs all around. Sometimes, survival depends on being in the right place at the right moment. Scott, the meteorologist, and his team are caught completely off guard. As the parking lot where they set up their equipment floods, they're trapped, forced to abandon their car, and rely on phone calls to say what might be final goodbyes. In a harrowing rescue, boaters spot them and pull them to safety just as their SUV disappears underwater. The episode emphasizes how quickly a storm surge can move from manageable to fatal, giving no time for even the most prepared to react. As daylight returns, the scale of destruction is revealed. The landscape is unrecognizable, houses reduced to splinters, memories washed away. There's a powerful reunion. Scott and his rescued friends hug a colleague who thought they'd died, and frantic calls go out to loved ones to confirm survival. The trauma is etched on everyone's faces. We return to Mary, who learns that Mitch's body was found just a block from their house. Her sorrow is raw and quiet. She would give everything to have him back. She faces the loneliness of survival, clinging to her dog Lulu for comfort, determined to move forward when staying in grief feels equally impossible. On a rare note of hope, Anna, somehow alive after being thrown into the floodwater and clinging to a tree for hours, reunites with her 2 pit bulls. Footage from the storm serves as proof, spreading relief through her worried community. In the aftermath, the episode makes clear, amid immense tragedy, there are moments of miraculous survival. Wrapping up, In the Eye of the Storm Season 3, Episode 2 delivers a gut punch. More than just a documentary, it's a raw, real, life thriller about how unpredictably disaster can strike and how resilience, sometimes mixed with luck, makes survival possible. We witness the gamble people take by ignoring evacuation orders, the speed at which nature turns gentle lives upside down, and the heartbreak and relief tangled together in the hurricane's wake. If you made it this far, let me know your thoughts. Were you shocked by how quickly things escalated? Which survival story stuck with you most? Drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed this recap, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life drama and deep dives into the world's wildest storms. Stay safe out there.